So now that we all know, it's interesting how we all, have our own reasons and rationales behind or motivations behind attending the DBA program. So one thing that I have come across, and I'm sure you have too, so ever since we started this DBA journey, it feels like, we've been constantly pulled into debates about who is best suited to lead the businesses to succeed. Either it's the academics, it's the practitioners or consultants. So to me, it's a bit of tug of war, isn't it? And, personally, when someone asks me, I like analogies. So I always think of, lemonade. You need lemons, you need water, you need sugar to make it perfect. It's all about the right mix. But to make the lemonade, you need all three. So why don't we unpack this a bit? Because I'm sure, you have come across these kind of comments and been pulled in discussions as well. So isn't it? Yeah. Thank you. So let's make it fun. Maybe each of us takes on a specific perspective. Maybe I can represent the academics. You're not, you've probably got the practitioner angle, and Anirudh,
I don't mind. Okay.
Oh, thank you. And Anirudh, you're our consultant in the room. Sounds good?
Sounds perfect.
Yeah. So let's dive in. Let's first discuss what skills and value do each bring in leading a business to success. Like, what does practitioner bring? What does the academics bring? And what does the consultant bring? So let's, get to Jirnaz first. Jirnaz, as a practitioner, what do you think, for the practitioner, what skills and value do practitioners bring in the leading a business to success?
Okay, let's cut to the chase. When it comes to leading a business, the ones who've been in the trenches dealing with day-to-day operational challenges are the best positioned to succeed. It's simple. Why? Practitioners live the reality. They are on the ground. They are aware of what's happening, and they've managed people. They dealt with real-time market pressures. They faced the unpredictability that no model or framework can truly prepare you for. The academics, they spend a lot of time, to me, in their ivory towers, publications and citations, analyzing theories and data, but the real world isn't just a controlled experiment. When the supply chain breaks down, when, in my case, CNC machine is down, your biggest clients pulls out, and do you turn a theoretical model, or do you rely on your experience and intuition to solve the problem? And the practitioner has faced these crises before, every day they experience it, and they know how to make it quick, informed decisions and drawing from the actual experience, not just academic principles. And second, practitioners understand implementation. You can have the best strategists in the world, but if you cannot implement it, what's the point? It's one thing to talk about leadership in a classroom, but it's another to actually lead people. A practitioner knows how to navigate other politics, manage cross-function teams, and get buy-in from people at all levels of the organization. That's important. And they've been through the grind of motivating people and maintaining the team morale and the pressure. Whereas academic theory often, ignores the human factor. But in our world, business or practitioner, that's the heart of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, you're making some excellent points, for sure. Of course, it's endorsing to hear from you as well, because I had something similar in my mind when it came to understanding practitioners' skill and value. So you definitely bring some great points. From the academic standpoint, because I'm wearing that academic hat, so maybe to my view, or in my view, the skills and value that academic scholars really bring to leading a business are they possess unique skills, and that can be valuable in business leadership. Some of them could be, including the biggest things actually would be the analytical and critical thinking. Yes, there is critical thinking on the practitioner side or practical aspect, but then, from the analytical standpoint, a lot of the academics, based on, a lot of theoretical or historical, they have been, delving deep into this kind of analysis of data, research methodologies. So maybe, they excel at dissecting the complex problems, analyzing data, and even applying, research methodologies to the real world challenges. The other thing I think is the innovation and the research expertise, because, the academics, definitely from their experience in developing novel ideas and even conducting in-depth research, they can drive innovation and thought leadership. One other thing that comes to mind is the deep subject matter expertise. So they bring the cutting edge knowledge and the global perspective, potentially leading to the development of the innovative products or services. As practitioner or as consultants, we may be just focused in our own smaller world, but again, they have the access and then the resources also to look at the global perspective through the literature as well, right? So then the other part that comes to mind is also the strategic long-term thinking. Maybe academics are really accustomed to considering the long-term implications and envisioning future trends. Not to say that the practitioners may not, but I think these are some of the given things that academics are trained to do so. Then the other part is also the teaching and the communication skills, right? So they can explain complex concepts clearly and effectively and mentor and then develop talent, particularly from the academic lens, because that's what academics do. They are great at teaching and they're great at mentoring and knowledge sharing and whatnot. So the last point that comes to mind is also the ethical decision making, maybe because they have been trained to navigate these complex dilemmas and think through or challenge each other about the ethics or the researchers or the methodology or analysis and whatnot. So I think based on all of those, the decision making, they drive us to make it more ethical. So however, at the end of the day, a successful transition to business leadership may require them to further develop skills in the areas like, the financial management, market analysis, operational oversight, rapid decision making. But ultimately, the value that the academic scholars bring to the business is significant, particularly in the knowledge-intensive industries. Their success really hinges on their adaptability and willingness to complement their skills with the practical business knowledge.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Great points.
Thank you. So Anirudh, my question next to you, maybe put on your consultant hat and what do you think the skills and value do consultants bring in the leading a business to success point of view?
First of all, great conversation so far. It's been fantastic. And, I'll wear the consultant's hat. And I'll say that sometimes, there's a bit of a mixed review out there for consultants. So I'm going to now bat for the consultants and come out with some 6 solid reasons why consultants, are instrumental in and perhaps the best situated to lead a business to success. So consultants have been able to develop practical tools and concepts like the 7S framework, growth share matrix, and net promoter score, due to several key factors which distinguishes their work from the academics and practitioners. So number 1, proximity to business challenges, and consultants work closely with the industry. So consultants are directly engaged with businesses addressing real-time challenges and observing the effects of their strategies and decisions. Consultants focus on practical application driven by client needs. So consultants are typically hired to solve specific urgent problems. So their solutions must be immediately actionable. So this focus on practicality leads to the creation of tools and frameworks that are directly applicable to business situations. The third point, iterative refinement through feedback, and this constant iteration through which the consultants have the advantage of receiving immediate feedback from clients, which allows them to refine and improve their tools in real time. And fourth point, they have access to diverse industries and they bring cross-industry insights because they work often across multiple industries, and it gives them a broad view of what strategies and tools work in different contexts. The fifth point is that, well, commercial incentives, right? So it's market-driven innovation. So consultants operate in a competitive environment where the value they provide to clients directly impacts their own firm's reputation and profitability. So this commercial incentive drives them to innovate continuously, developing new tools and concepts that can give their clients a competitive edge. And finally, to cap it all, I would say that integration of theory and practice, where consultants really bridge the gap. They take academic theories and they apply them in a practical context. They test and modify them to suit the needs of businesses. And I think this ability to bridge the gap between theory and practice allows consultants to create frameworks that, arguably are both conceptually sound and practically effective. So here are my 6 points here in batting for the consultants.